Okay, welcome back to the 50 build. This is a side cover I was talking about. Had to rip off and try and re-weld. So, yeah, I'm not the best TIG welder when it comes to welding stuff up. That's pretty gross, but, well, it's get a hole. So that's the main thing at this point in time. Just trying to get this bike working. Drop the wheel, put the tank back on, put the carburetor back on, and quickly try and clean it out a bit. And brake cleaner, because this thing doesn't even have an oil filter. All it does is it runs the oil and basically just drain out the bottom. So there could be shit sitting in the bottom you'd never even know about. So yeah, clean up the mating surface and put this back on. Fresh gasket, fresh oil, and throw some fuel in there and we'll try and get it running. See if we get this thing to run. It hasn't run in about 20 years. Using brake cleaner, so it'll flash off. It doesn't get completely drained out. Rightio. Straight onto the ground. Okay, a little bit of gasket at the top here. So, again, just very lightly try and clean that off. You do not want to scratch this mating surface. If you scratch the mating surface up here, sort of places, even though there's a gasket there, it's just never a good thing. These are machined, and you don't want to get scratching it. Wow. Don't think that screen's doing much. If anything, that's probably going to be doing a lot worse. Having it still in there. Hello, dog. Hello. I think we might leave that out. There, so got the gasket out. Now we're going to put a thin coating of grease on this because we might need to take it off again, and it's always best to put a little bit of grease on it. Okay, one of the things I like doing when I pull out, when I pull bolts off a cover, I like to draw myself a little diagram, and when I pull the bolts out, I push them in so I know actually where they came out. Also, the other thing I like doing when I do these is a tiny amount of anti-seize, and that stops having to use some sort of impact drive or something to get it out the next time. And since it's all aluminium, and these are usually JIS, which is Japanese Industrial Standard, a normal Phillips head won't work on them, and you round them off, and then you end up having to use an impact driver or something to get them out, and it just makes a mess. So this is the way I go about doing it. So hopefully less of a mess. Now, get these. I'm going to take this long one here. The first one I put in. Stick those there. And hopefully this will stay on there as we install it. I'll actually tip the bike back. See how this goes. Gasket on, which we already oiled or greased. Make sure that gas sits on the dowels alright. There we are. All that lined up. What I didn't do is I didn't clean this off. So I'll just get a bit of slide this on gently. Now this only came off because of the crack. Otherwise I wouldn't have taken the old meat hammer. To that. And also that upside down. Always mark it top. Well, it's always good to mark them. That one will go over here. And we just the amount of times I've like, oh no, where's that screw go? 95% of working on motorbikes, cars, and a bit of crisscross pattern. We won't be going overboard. Tightening up. Torque spec could probably be about 20 Newton meters. Alrighty. Alright, so that's all back together. I'll put this seal in, the gear shifter, just put a bit of grease on it. Rightio. Now we'll put the gear shifter back on, and the brake shifter and kickstarter and all that, and fill it up full of oil, see how she goes. Of course it's going to be painful. In the aluminium. A bit of crisscross pattern. Being this isn't a race bike or road bike. I'm not 100% worried about torque specs. You know, nipped up, just past the nipped. Sort of where I want them. Yeah, brake. Washer goes. Washer. WD-40. Tighten that brake up. So we'll cover there for you on moving parts. There we go, spring back on. A little bit of lube for it. I'll try and find a washer for that. It's definitely got some movement. Kickstarter. Mark this up. You can see that little mark there. Mark that and mark this. Tiny little center pop. Just so we know where we took it off from. There we go. Once again, don't worry about torque specs, just a little bit past the nips. Just checked the old Googles and it's saying 600 ml of oil. There you go, So we got the 10W50. It does say use 10W40, but this is a much older bike and well, it should be alright. That's all I've got. 600 mils. 600 mils. Bit of oil on there just for the O-ring. Nice and clean. Beautiful. Now, because I've just put new oil on this and it's been completely drained, just going to slowly move that around a bit. Alright, let's get some petrol in it. Alrighty, the moment of truth, see this thing kicks over. The hell is that? Oh, maybe the reason this thing is parked up. Uh-oh. Hey guys, a bit of a disappointing end to the Z50 video. Just thought I'd make this afterwards, just to sort of give a rundown as what's going on. So after turn the cameras off, after the bike's making that noise on the startup, pulled the side cover back off. Thought it might be something to do with how I'd put some of the clutch parts back together. Did sound like some of the gears weren't meshing or something on those lines. Everything seemed to be alright on that part. So I did a bit more digging. Thought it might have been something to do with the timing chain, and there was a bit of slop in it. So at that point, I've decided that best course of action is just to pull the whole bike down, and I'm going to do a complete rebuild on it. So at this point, that's the engine. Parts of it's all in that tub, and frame is there. And pretty much just give me a complete ground up rebuild, try and get it back to like OEM sort of specs and looks. I've got a WR200 that I'm doing up at the moment. that I'll be putting out videos on very shortly, just in the process of doing the engine rebuild at this point in time. So yeah, if you like what you've seen, I'm hoping that I get better with what I'm doing in regards to making the videos and that, and using the camera. And yeah, hopefully you guys, if you liked it, you give us a like and follow along. All right, thanks very much. See you.